these Lombard logging sleds were restored by students at the Presque Regional Career and Technical Center.
Well, Herb, today we have a set of vintage 1926 patent Lombard logging sleds. Back in the day, Lombard would offer kits for these. They're all metal castings. And back a number of years ago, the Breton family had donated a set of castings and fittings that they found up, I believe, near Dequam. I'm not exactly sure. And the museum had them kicking around for a number of years, and back this fall we came up with the brilliant idea of having the students at the Presque Regional Career and Technical Center actually build a sled out of that set of castings and fittings. So the Tuesday crew, the crew at the museum that works here, the volunteers every Tuesday, they cut out massive oak timbers from an oak tree that had fallen down during a windstorm. Recycled right there, that's good, being green. And all the fittings and the timber ended up at the Presque Career and Technical Center, and the students assembled the sled. And here we are today for the first time trying it out. We just unloaded it from the trailer. We've got our vintage 1932 Lombard log hauler sitting here ready to pull it. Last week the crew cut out a set of bunks out of oak that'll sit on top of the cross pieces. What makes these sleds really neat is they're actually articulated steering. Because of the massive amount of weight, these sleds, each one of these sleds could hold over 7 tons of timber. And they had to be able to track one directly behind the other. And this is what we call a two-sled rig, because you actually have one sled here, another sled, two bobs, make a sled. And a Lombard, gasoline Lombard such as this, could pull up to 15 of these. What we have here is the reach poles. These reach poles allow these sleds to steer perfectly in each other's tracks. And it also provides a rigid connection. What's really cool about these connections, if you look right here, each one of these connections is actually a slotted, there's actually a slot that the pin travels in. So when you go to start a heavy load, you're not starting the whole load at once, you're starting it in increments as that slack is taken up, which is pretty cool. So hopefully later this winter we'll have some logs on this and we'll take it for a real test run.
This is the articulated tracking. Very nice.
Slide a little bit on the ice. Let's see if we can back this up. We have to celebrate with our traditional, usually it's kippered snacks, but this time we're going to use smoked salmon, okay?
Sounds good, Terry.
Yeah, right there, look at that. Ooh, yeah, it's nice and partially frozen too.